welcome to On the Beat, the podcast that uncovers full frontal male nudity in cinema. My name is Laura, and I am joined by my... What are you this week?
Twat, a big twat.
My hairdresser, Ryan.
Oh, okay. Wow, you really thought about it this week.
I did not.
Uh-huh.
And we are joined by our friend and, at least as far as I'm concerned, resident John Waters expert, Josh.
Hey, how's it going? Is that what I don't know. That's probably, I know people who are more of an expert than me.
In this room.
That's probably true.
And out of the people that I know personally.
Yep.
You know Tim Anderson.
I do.
Tim Anderson probably knows more about John Waters than the stuff than I do. But he also has 10 years on me.
Shit.
Of obsession, yeah. Oh, he'll be the first to say, he's like, I was watching that when I was fucking 12. I was like, well, I watched John Waters I got from the library and had to wait for some of the old stuff, because they didn't have Pink Flamingos at the library. They did have Serial Mom, though.
Of course.
So, okay, sorry.
Well, today we are going to be talking about the 1974 dark comedy Female Trouble with a massive cast of John Waters' favorites: Divine, David Lochary, Mary Vivian Pierce, Mink Stoll, Edith Massey, Cookie Mueller, Susan Walsh, and so many people. And I'm not necessarily ashamed to say, but I'm not terribly familiar with like the old, the good, like the classic John Waters films. This was my very first time watching Female Trouble. I have not seen Pink Flamingos. But I think there's also something that's kind of special about that, considering that I get to watch it at a different point in my life, like as a different version of me, rather than me as a young person.
That's
younger person.
Yeah, you're not an old person.
Thank you.
Old-ish.
I'm just an old-ish person.
I mean, you're the oldest person in this room.
It's true, yeah. He's got you there.
It's literally by months.
Like 2 months. Yeah, I think it's like 2 months.
I mean, that's still time. So
those were months that I could have been watching Female Trouble.
In fairness, I'm still going to die before you, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go before you go too as well, Laura, so...
We're not talking about death yet, because I have that for later on in the episode, thank you. But I'm going to drop that synopsis that I pulled from Letterboxd, which is... Dawn Davenport progresses from a teenage nightmare hell-bent on getting cha-cha heels for Christmas to a fame monster whose egomaniacal impulses land her in the electric chair. Oh, wow. I actually didn't read that before. That's the end of the movie. I mean, honestly, it kind of says it in the beginning titular song as well.
Yeah, I mean, there are no real spoilers in this at this point. I mean... I've seen even just John Waters talk about it, and he always talks about the ending. So I don't think it's really a big a deal.
50 years old.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, it's like, well, it's kind of on you.
Well,
it is on me, but it wasn't spoiled for me.
Oh, good for you.
Weirdly enough, I just knew about cha-cha heels.
In fairness, though, if you would have known, would it really have ruined the movie for you?
No.
It's a film about the journey, not the destination.
It's about that trampoline scene.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
It's about those fish.
It's about those fish.
And those...
I blew Richard Speck. It's one of the funniest lines ever written.
Well, Laura, you know who Richard Speck is, right?
I do.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Good.
So condescending. Holy shit.
I'm not saying I looked it up. That name was familiar, and then I was like, okay, is that who I think it is? And then I confirmed with myself.
Well, I thought it was a good talking point. That's why I brought it up.
Well, Ryan, why don't you tell us about Richard Speck?
I thought he was a serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was it.
Great. That was an excellent talking point. Yeah. I feel just filled up with information.
No, I thought you made notes about it. That was all. That's the only reason why I brought it up.
I made notes about the Manson family.
Okay.
Because that makes sense, because the film is dedicated to, like, the head honcho of the Manson family.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't realize that. Where's that? Is it?
It's at the very beginning of the film.
Oh, was it like for Charles? Is that what it said at the beginning? Oh, right. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, sorry, I don't remember that at all.
I'm getting all confused. Did I say the tagline of the movie yet?
No.
Nice girls don't wear cha-cha heels.
Right.
I loved that part. I loved all the parts of this movie. But it was directed, obviously, as we've been talking about, John Waters. And we're going to need Ryan to spit out many, many, many titles and tell us about John Waters before we have Josh tell us about John Waters.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're going to be leaning on Josh a fair amount. I'm not super familiar with him either.
Sorry, guys.
But that's okay. But
Thank you for apologizing.
Yeah,
John Waters is an American filmmaker, actor, writer, and artist. He rose to fame in the 1970s for his transgressive cult films. Also, it contains elements of modern comedy and surrealism. Also, he wrote and directed the comedy Hairspray in 1988, which is now obviously a huge Broadway musical show, and it also was remade into a musical film in 2007.
I remember when my boss told me that her daughter had been watching Hairspray and was obsessed, and I go, which one?
I mean, really, any of them are okay.
Yeah.
The original's PG too. Really, the most subversive part of that is that whites dancing with blacks in a 50s doo-wop movie. Really, I mean, it's all gay coded, but it's kind of great.
But it would have been an interesting choice.
Mm-hmm. Actually, that's how I got away with John Waters in my household.
For a 4-year-old.
Was because my mom really liked Hairspray. And
That's
so
cute.
when I started renting the other stuff, she was aware of the old stuff, but she didn't really know much about the post-Hairspray stuff, so I just kind of was able to let it slide.
I love being able to do that, like as a kid, where they don't quite know, and
Yeah.
they just let you get that stuff.
Right.
Okay. Sorry, Ryan.
No, it's okay. So he has also appeared in films, some from the Child's Play franchise, and then obviously into the Chucky TV show from 2024.
Obviously.
But yes, let's have a little look at his films. I think some of these are shorts, but I basically wrote down everything. So
I can interject on what's available and what isn't.
Yes. So in 1964, we start off with Hag in a black leather jacket.
Not available.
Okay. In 1966, we have Roman Candles.
Not really available.
1968, we have Eat Your Makeup.
It's not really, but I know people that have seen it.
Have you seen these other ones?
No, the other ones are actually so difficult to find that even at the exhibit at the Academy in LA, they only had like 2 minutes from them. That's pretty much all that exists anymore.
Has the other expert Enzians, Tim Anderson, seen those?
No, they don't exist.
They just don't exist.
Yeah. If the Academy can't obtain them directly from John Waters, I don't think it's gonna.
It's unlikely. They're anywhere.
They might be found in like his grandparents' attic one day. I don't know. Hopefully, but
Well,
I don't know. But
okay.
Any case, no. They're and Roman Candles is a kind of a play on that Andy Warhol multiple projection thing. So it's actually to be able to see it. You have to see it live with 3 16 or 8mm projectors set up.
Oh.
So
Okay.
yeah.
So in 68 still, we have Dorothy, the Kansas City pothead.
I don't think that ever actually got shot, is my understanding. It
Okay.
floats around as a title that has a script, but I have not actually seen any evidence that anything ever existed of it on film.
Okay.
This is great.
69, Mondo Trasho.
Oh yeah, I got that.
Okay.
That's the one. That's the one that is never going to get proper released because they never got the licensing for the music cleared, and it would be way too expensive now. Like he stole all of it, and yeah, it's been made very, very clear that unless you see a private screening of it with him, but it's on YouTube or it's on archive.org, that's for sure.
Oh, nice.
So
okay.
I have a copy of it. That just kind of sucks, but better than nothing.
Okay. The Diane Linkletter story from 1970.
That does play from time to time, but it's always at museum exhibits.
Okay. Multiple Maniacs in 1970. I think we're getting into the
now
ones
we're getting
which
into
are,
the stuff that New Line eventually ended up buying.
Okay. Pink Flamingos from 1972. Female Trouble in 1974. Desperate Living in 77. Polyester in 81. Hairspray 88. Cry Baby 90. Serial Mom 94. Pecker 98. Cecil B. Demented 2000. And A Dirty Shame in 2004.
And that's it?
That's it.
That's everything, yeah. Well, yeah, he doesn't really make films anymore.
He's been trying to get Liarmouth off the ground the last year. It was his first nonfiction novel that he wrote, and there was some misinformation floating about that he had already secured financing and that Aubrey Plaza was going to star in it, which would have been actually kind of ideal for the book. I mean, but he came out and said, he's like, we don't have financing locked, guys, and it's pretty much, he seems to think it's dead in the water, unfortunately. He's getting pretty old, too, so I don't know if we'll ever get another John Waters movie.
Yeah, he's 73.
No, he's older than that, isn't he?
No, I
I
think
think
he's
he's
73.
78.
Well, you know what? We will see.
Okay, I think
Wow.
he's almost
Either
80.
way, that's old as fuck.
Yeah, I think he's almost 80.
You guys, it's not that old.
80's
Pretty old.
80's
80.
pretty old to make a movie for the first time in 25 years.
Yeah, I mean, that's
a good
twice
thing-
our age.
Paul Schrader never stopped.
That's true.
Yeah, but have you
Well,
seen Paul
depends who you
Schrader,
ask.
though? Yeah. Yeah.
Not according to
his,
me.
Yeah, his body is slowly beginning to stop, though. He looks pretty sick.
Shreds?
Yeah.
Don't
he
talk
does.
about him like
Yeah,
that.
he's on like oxygen and stuff like that. Like
Well,
he's not healthy.
Listen, just fine. He's gonna be fine.
It happens to us all.
Him and Paul Verhoeven are fine.
Yeah, well.
Paul Verhoeven, though. We got that movie coming from him next year.
What? Which one?
Oh, there's a new political thriller that he's doing that's written by the guy who adapted Starship Troopers. And it's going to be set in D.C. It's his first American film since Hollow Man.
Oh my god, I'm screaming.
And I'll just correct myself. John Waters, unfortunately, is 79 years old.
See, he's still in
We
his
were
70s.
both wrong, but he's also he's much older than we thought.
Yeah, he's born. It's December, right? He'll be 80.
I thought it was April.
He was born in April.
22nd.
22nd.
Oh, I see.
I know something.
It's a weird
Well,
thing
because
to
it's
know.
5 days before my birthday.
Oh, well, yeah, there you go. Well, you're in good company.
That is true.
Yeah.
Well, this film was made directly after Pink Flamingos with a lot of the same cast. And unlike Pink Flamingos, it did not open as a midnight movie and had an actual release.
Yeah.
And apparently there was a blizzard on the night of the premiere, and the limos just dropped everyone off at the theater and then left.
Well, it's
They had to figure out their own way home.
it's a Warner Brothers movie, but he didn't make that one. He didn't make this one independently like he did with
Yeah,
Pink
see,
Flamingos.
it was eventually. To say it's a Warner Brothers movie isn't really.
He made it and then they picked it up, basically. Is that what that was?
New Line eventually bought his work, and then Warner Brothers bought New Line's catalog.
Oh.
So they actually
I get
had
you.
nothing to do with his deal.
Oh, so it's
at
like
the
Disney.
time.
It's like Disney Cron.
Right, I
just
mean-
eating everything.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I see. All right. Okay. Well, I get you there.
I think a lot of people have categorized this film as like a melodrama, which I guess I could see.
I could see that, I guess.
Yeah, like a funny one.
Yeah.
And John Waters said that some of his inspiration, like some of the films that inspired this one, were I Want to Live with Susan Hayward, Boom with Elizabeth Taylor, also the movie Susan Slade. And I'm excited to watch these movies. They're on my watch list. And I watch the stuff on my watch list. So
You do? That also sounds a little bit derogatory. I
It
do watch
is.
this stuff on my watch list too.
I looked at Josh. I know that
No, I don't do it at all. I'm awful about that. I barely pay attention to my watch list. It's full of shit, but I've never looked at it.
you have your watch list and then you have the stack of movies.
I have a physical watch list.
Yes.
Yeah.
that is like 200 deep. So
On
I'll
my-
get to my
yeah.
digital one later.
Because I think at some point, I think in my first year of using Letterboxd, I think I'd watched 2 from the watch list and added more than 200. So it was like, right, okay.
See, that's just daunting. You're setting yourself up for failure.
I've fucked
Oh,
up.
mine has hundreds and
I'm not even
hundreds.
I'm not even joking. I lost 10 minutes of my day just looking at it, thinking, wonder what I could watch, and I went too deep. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, no, this is actually this is a poor
yeah, that's
show.
worse than wandering around Tubi.
Yeah, which I almost did today, but the core was on there,
Hell
so
yeah.
I was able to just
Well,
sit and watch
I don't
that.
need that streaming because I own it on DVD.
Yes,
It'll
we also
probably
have
take,
DVD,
40 minutes less to watch it on the DVD than you do on Tubi. I love Tubi.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Sponsor
Tubi.
the-
Well,
it's all-
sponsor
it's
the show,
already-
Tubi.
yeah.
Tubi sponsors, please.
It's
and also
already
Letterboxd.
well. I mean, yeah, that film just already its theatrical release was 2 hours and 15 minutes. It's so long.
That's too long.
When Ryan talks about his favorite movies, he never talks about the core. Yet
I enjoy
he-
the core.
He actually
Yeah.
in real life talks about the core, like on a weekly basis. He brings
Yeah.
up the core.
I think that might be too much.
it's a weird amount.
Have
How
you
much?
thought about divorcing him because of it?
No, but he put on the core today, and then I got
I mean, that's
just
grounds for
weirdly.
like an annulment, probably.
I got
Right.
It's
weirdly
like, what, he
angry.
really likes the core? Fuck him.
You know what makes me the most angry is Tucci's wig in the core.
Ooh, yeah, his
Let
hair.
that man be bald.
His hair is something in that movie.
Yes. Josh's phone case is a mosaic of Stanley Tucci's head.
Dozens of Stanley Tucci heads.
Yes. So we were going to bring up death, or we started to bring up death, yes? Okay.
Almost every day.
So, I mean, this film was made 50 years ago. No surprise that people have passed on in this, off of this earthly
The amount
plane.
of heroin use amongst this cast
Oh my God.
is, yeah.
Well, David Lochary, who plays Donald Dasher, passed away in 1977. And when I was researching it online, originally it was just he died during a PCP trip. But then there's other articles, I guess, from friends of his and people that knew him that said that it's a little vague and a little mysterious how he passed away, that most likely PCP was involved. But there's also notes saying that he overdosed on PCP and then fell through a glass table and bled to death. Either way, it's
great.
not great.
That's not how I want to go at all.
No.
At the very least, you can take solace in the fact that he maybe didn't even know where he was.
That's true.
So, there is that.
Since we're on this subject, Divine passed away in 1988 and was only 42 years old, and he died of a heart attack.
Yep.
Many people obviously sent flowers, including Whoopi Goldberg. And I just wanted to bring it back to Whoopi, because unfortunately she had no connection to female perversions, but she did for single white female. So this kind of
Why are you trying to tie in Whoopi Goldberg?
Because she's brought her up at least in the last, one of the last episodes that we've done.
So Whoopi Goldberg sent a wreath that said, "See what happens when you get good reviews."
Oh.
Yeah.
That was something John Waters always talked about, that he was really happy that Glenn died after it premiered, after Hairspray premiered, because he was at least able to read all the really glowing reviews.
Yeah.
Because, that in the 80s especially, he was trying to do a lot of different things. Have you guys ever seen, there's a great documentary called I Am Divine?
No.
That is excellent. And they don't really harp on the water. I mean, the water stuff is such a big part of his career that obviously is part of it. But it really goes into some of the weirder stuff, Lust in the Dust, and there was that Alan Rudolph movie. I can't remember.
I'm looking for it.
He was a straight dramatic character.
I just watched that. And it was super weird.
Yeah, I heard. I've never seen it, actually. Lust in the Dust is great. You should absolutely watch that. Any case, I Am Divine is really, really good. Has a lot of great scenes with his parents. Mother especially, kind of a little bit of sad. It was pretty sad. It's pretty upsetting, actually. But regret. A lot of regret there. There wasn't more accepting of their kid.
Oh.
So it's a good film.
The Alan Rudolph movie is called Trouble in Mind, and I watched it and I go, I know that person. And then I looked it up and I go, oh, hell yeah. Mm-hmm. That movie is weird. Awesome. Keith Carradine's amazing.
I do like Keith Carradine.
Yeah, he's in a lot of Alan Rudolph movies, and he's wild in that movie in particular. So the titular song is, if you didn't notice while watching the film, is sung by Divine. It was written by John Waters. And the film is dedicated to Charles Watson, and apparently that was a joke, because... And is this true, Josh, that John Waters visited Charles Watson in prison? I know he visited a couple of at least another person in the Manson family.
Yeah, I don't know specifically where the reality is of that.
I couldn't find anything specific about this particular person.
He was, though, pen pals with a couple of the women, and was actually close to them, and he actually spoke in their parole hearings and on their behalf. It was decades later. He made them. He just said they were kids. What do what point is a person rehabilitated? They're not going to go and fucking kill a bunch of people now. So that was really the argument. He taught at prisons throughout the 80s. He would volunteer teaching at prisons. I don't know if it's true, but I know that part's true. But he's told the story that once he showed pink flamingos to a group at this federal penitentiary, and they all said, "You're fucked." He's like, all these rapists and murderers around me, and I fucking went too far. So I don't know if that actually is true, but it's pretty funny.
That's amazing. Well, it is. I mean, at least it is written that Charles Watson, who was, the ringleader of the Manson family murders, the mantra of the film, which is kind of like crime is beauty, is inspired by him. I wish that maybe we had done this at Christmas, because there's an incredible Christmas scene in this movie where Dawn Davenport has sex with Earl Peterson, but both played by Divine. And there's like
It's kind of a rape scene.
It is. It
is. Like I know people that have suggested that it isn't, because there are a point in the middle of it that it seems semi-consensual. It's a rape scene, but anybody that says a rape scene can't be funny has never seen Female Trouble.
That's true, because when it started, I go, I don't know. I don't know about this. But then, you know.
It's like Toxic Avenger. Like if you
Right.
a commitment to bad taste to the point that there's no way you could take that seriously.
With the noises,
Yeah,
and the
there's
skid
nothing
marks,
about it. It's
the
meant to be
mattress.
just so filthy, but tongue in cheek. I don't know. I think it's weird that there's an innocence to it. I think there is an innocence to this kind of filth, or at least purity to it. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
Sincerity, certainly.
I could see that.
It's meant to shock, but that's not the only reason it exists. It's not like they're getting off on somebody storming out of the theater. They're getting off on somebody, oh my God, I can't believe that just happened.
Yes.
There's a difference between those two things. And I don't know, I base my career on that sort of difference in and of itself.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Well, Susan Lowe, who played the receptionist at the beauty salon, was like at near the end of her term of pregnancy. And so she was like the stand-in during that dirty mattress rape scene. But she also agreed to have her newborn baby be used for the birth.
Hell yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
And I read that the baby's umbilical cord was made out of condoms filled with liver.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
That's really funny.
I was thinking about that when Dawn like rips the umbilical cord with her teeth.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, that definitely looks like a condom when you know. Yeah. So not soon after that comes my favorite line, which was, well, one of 1,000 favorite lines of this movie, which is the world of a heterosexual is a sick and boring life.
Yes. Edith Massey, she was the best. She was a John Waters regular up through Polyester, I think. But she was just a Baltimore regular. She was fucking crazy. That was her. I mean, not the like S&M get up. But yeah, she ran a thrift store that was mostly just trash, and she would like have grab bags for 50 cents, but there would be like an aspirin in it and stuff like that, or an empty Tylenol bottle. And she was reported to be, she would like laugh at the children that would buy it. It's like, can't be a winner every time. So yeah, she just like find trash and put them in these bags. I don't know. So she was a character. But yeah, Edith Massey was something else.
She was incredible. Her boobs were out of this world.
Oh, they were, otherworldly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
truly. That whole conversation between her and Gator was hilarious. I loved that. Like, why couldn't you just be gay? I'd feel so much happier. It's so much easier. I'd make sure you were safe. It'd be nice.
Yeah, I feel like there's a bigotry towards heterosexuals that I really like in his movies.
Definitely in this one.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like, yeah. It's all anarchy. That's the things. I don't think that's what works so well about, especially the early John Waters stuff, is that there's not really an agenda. It's just meant to exist to just upset, not in an angry way, but just to disrupt. And I think that there's real value in that. I'm glad that not every film is made that way. But even the social satire in this it's ham-fisted, but this is a more mature effort than Pink Flamingos in the narrative, but that still holds true to that kind of DIY punk attitude that you just don't see in many American filmmakers, especially even of the era. So.
Yeah, John Waters had said that he knew that he couldn't necessarily like top Pink Flamingos, like he couldn't like go as far as he went, so he just tried to do something like slightly different, but within within his own style, obviously. Right. There's many penis scenes in this movie.
Yeah, I forgot that's why we're here, and I was like, I got thinking of that on the way here. It's like, huh.
It's again because I'm such a little John Waters baby. I never even. I've been marking down penises since I was a teenager. Okay, like this has been my weird thing since I was a young person. And I've seen John Waters movies, but it never crossed my mind that some of these would have dicks in them. And I don't know why. I texted you, Josh, and I go, are there dicks in Female Trouble? Because we had this,
What did I
this
say?
like, you went, haha, yeah.
I was a little bit stoned when you messaged me that, by the way. And I did. I think that I literally did that, where I just am sitting in bed. I'm like, yeah.
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 Well, because we had this theme for August, like this female theme, single white female perversions. And I was like, Female Trouble would be perfect if there's dicks in it.
If.
And my God, were we treated and repulsed by the wieners in this movie. But this first one comes in at 28 minutes and 7 seconds, and it's during the Dawn Davenport Married Life 1969 sequence. And Dawn marries Gator, the hairdresser at the, what is it called? Is it like Pink Lipstick?
I can't
The
remember.
lipstick salon? Lipstick salon.
Well, it's very exclusive, though.
Yes.
It's very
Yeah,
exclusive.
it's very
Incredibly
exclusive. Yeah, that woman who just gets thrown out immediately. It's just like, no, you just look like shit. Get out.
One of them had a job and they hated the job that she had, and
It's
they're
like accountancy or something.
like, oh, you're an accountant, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. Well, Dawn obviously gets in because she is the most gorgeous person that exists in this world, and she's a criminal, you know.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah.
She's a criminal. So she gets in immediately, and she wants to get with Gator, who lives right next door, which is super convenient.
Yep.
And they get married. Of course, why not? And it's during this like musical montage, and you can't
Yep.
like, you're like, oh, this doesn't look like a happy marriage. This doesn't look like it's not violent. And then Dawn catches Gator having sex with another woman,
Yep.
and this is our penis scene.
Yeah, she comes home to her husband getting his face ridden.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a funny scene. There's a few shots here. This isn't the best one. There is still another
No.
one to come. So you kind of see the tit from the wide. You see some nuts. I mean, to be fair, if this was a vagina podcast, this would probably be an apt scene to cover, because we see probably more of that than we do see of the dick here. But yeah, they have a little wrestle, so we get to see a little bit more. Most of like how the film is shot, though, is that it's these developing oneers. There's not a lot that we cut from. It's usually a lot of big wides that just let the action take place. So for the most part, unless we're focusing on something specific, the film doesn't really go into a close up. So kind of take that into account.
Not during this particular one.
No, that
Literally
happens
2 minutes
after.
later, it does. But
Yes.
but yeah,
Where he's having sex with Dawn, and then Taffy comes in. Taffy is the daughter. She's
A
the
14-year-old played by a 30-year-old.
yes, who's also very special.
Side note, I don't even know if you guys know this. You know that my least favorite cat is named Taffy Davenport.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's
okay.
where that comes
That's where that comes
from.
Yep.
your least favorite cat.
I
Is
have
that
two.
what I heard?
Yeah, I have two.
Oh,
Well, it's Dawn Davenport's least favorite child.
Yeah,
Only child.
yeah,
that's true.
yeah. All cats are lovely
yeah.
though.
The other-
Children, on the other hand,
Not all.
The other one
Not
is
all cats, Ryan.
Well, the other one's name is Dottie Hinkle, because that's Ming Stoll's character in Serial Mom.
okay.
I told
Alright.
Ming Stoll this, and she did not give a fuck. Like, I could
named
hear
my
that
cat
woman's
after
eyes roll. She did not give a shit. It was really uncomfortable. And like I said this in a Q&A in front of a lot of people.
That's excellent.
It was a preface to a real question, but I did like whatever. How often do you get to tell Ming Stoll that you have two cats named after?
yeah.
No, it's always fun. I mean,
Yeah.
the only thing I have to compare that to is when I asked Sam Rockwell about his dick.
Yeah, well, that clip's
But he
online.
played the game with me.
He
and
did.
I
He was
appreciated
actually
that.
he was forthcoming with information. I would
Short,
I
but-
would liken
but
to say
forthcoming.
that Mink Stoll is better off for knowing that information.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, so there you
Made
go.
an impression.
Maybe she thought about it later.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope she's thinking about it right now.
Yeah.
I'd be like, show me a picture, please.
Yeah, she did not want to see
And
a
then
picture.
go, looks nothing like me.
That would be fine. No, she was not interested.
Oh, dear.
Okay, so
So, yeah, Taffy comes in.
Yes.
She's the daughter. So they all start talking, and they've obviously stopped having sex, but he's still completely naked and completely exposed. He's on top of the covers. And basically, yeah, I mean, they just start having a conversation, and Taffy's acting up, as she's apt to do through the course of this movie.
yes.
I think Gator just says, "Why don't you suck Daddy's dick?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
what a good line.
Come and suck your daddy's dick.
yeah.
Is what Gator says.
And then, obviously, to anchor that, just in case we're not aware, there's a big close up of his dick.
yes.
Just so we know that's exactly what he's talking about.
If we were confused whether or not he was talking about his actual dick or the needle nose pliers.
John Waters literally says, "No, this is it right here. This is what he's talking about."
Yeah, there
So,
are needle nose pliers involved in
Yeah.
that scene, by the way, y'all.
Yeah, because he's looking at auto magazines
Yeah.
as his pornography and using tools from the toolbox as sex toys on the bed.
Yeah.
I like when Don's like, "No, get the needle nose pliers," and then he's like ramming them in there. Fantastic.
But yeah, we see it in a wide. That's the close up. We see it in a wide, and it's a lot of moving around. And to be fair, we see it for a while,
Oh yeah, yeah.
for a long
Oh, it
time.
holds on that gator dick.
Yeah,
For sure.
But you wrote down what Taffy says to him after he says that.
I didn't.
Oh, did you not? Well, I wrote,
I
I
can
kind of
paraphrase.
paraphrased it. Yeah, I paraphrased it because I was like, I wouldn't suck that dick if I was underwater and there was oxygen in your balls or something.
I was
Yes.
watching Female Trouble one
Okay.
day years ago, and that line came up, and I couldn't stop laughing. For whatever reason, I had forgotten it or something. So I rewound it, turned on subtitles, took a picture of it, and put it on the Uncomfortable Brunch page, and I still randomly get likes on this thing. Like, not a lot. It's not viral. It's nothing like that. It's just weird that it still happens. Like, years later, I'll get occasional. I don't know why. So I think that's pretty funny. But it's that line. Nah.
That is the line I said to you this morning. Not
God.
Yeah,
just talking about the film, not like
yeah. It's weird because,
protest.
like, I'd heard it before even seeing Female Trouble. Yeah. Well, no, the line is, I wouldn't suck your lousy dick if I was suffocating and there was oxygen in your balls,
Yeah.
which is a far better written way than what I said it. But yes.
what an absolute treat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could jump to the next one, which is the last one, which also involves a daddy. That's even more disgusting than the last one, which is an hour, 2 minutes, and 45 seconds in, where Taffy's fed up. You don't remember this, Ryan? You're making a face like you don't remember.
No, I thought it was only 2. But let's go.
Do you remember this one, Josh?
No, I don't.
You
I
will.
didn't. I mean, I'm remembering them as you tell me, but I don't have the catalog of dicks quite like you do
Thank
in
you.
my head.
Taffy is fed up and she leaves home to go live with her father. And she gets his name, finds out where he lives, and goes to his place.
No, I do remember this.
And she's like, "I'm your long lost daughter. Can I come and stay with you?" And he's like, "Are you sure you're my daughter?" And he comes on to her and is grabbing her boobs, her little kid boobs.
Played by
By
Devon.
Oh, well, yes, the
The
father is
father is
Divine.
Yeah,
yeah.
well, yeah.
And he's like, "Why don't you suck this dick?" And then takes this dick out.
Yeah.
And it's a close up and it looks just riddled with disease. It is all scabby and flaky and red.
Why don't I remember
It
this?
just goes,
What
it's like
happened to
really, really close.
It's awesome.
me? Right. Is it quick? Like, is it really quick?
It's
I don't
quicker
remember
than
this
the
scene
other
at
It's
one.
not
all.
long, but it's. I mean,
Where you're like, "Oh,
yeah, it's enough to know what you said. It's not a freeway kind of flash or anything. There's a shot.
yeah,
Huh. All right. Okay.
yeah."
I don't know what happened then. I feel like my mind either blanked or I fell asleep. But I watched the film all the way to the end, so I don't really understand. Unless you know what, I might have been making my dinner at that point and it was still running.
An hour in?
Maybe. Maybe it did because it was.
Let's
it was
retrace your
playing at one
steps
Man,
of
this
the
is
point.
really
evening.
interesting. This is really good radio, let me tell you.
Brian can't remember when he ate dinner.
No, it was late.
Divine took trampoline jumping lessons at the Y in order to train
Oh, really? That's good.
for that last.
Yeah.
Well, that's my favorite
Wants to
bit in
Die
the
for
whole
Art.
film. Yeah.
Yeah, who
Yeah.
wants to die for art?
Yeah, it was my favorite part of the whole film.
Oh,
the trampoline
my
thing.
gosh.
It's wonderful. It is a wonderful scene.
So that was based on Divine's actual stage show, if I'm not
Yeah, I think
mistaken, with the
that's true.
fish
Yeah.
and stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting that he actually turned down funding from Andy Warhol for this movie. Andy Warhol wanted to be the producer on it and completely fund the project, but Waters walked away from the deal because he said it would have been Andy Warhol's Female Trouble.
right.
You know, it would be like, I mean, now we know Paul Morrissey and we, you know, but those were Andy Warhol movies, you know, Flesh for Frankenstein, Blood for Dracula, and all that stuff that he was doing, regardless of who was actually the creative force. He was a brand. And
Right.
I don't think it was, I mean, they were buddies, I guess, up until he died. But he said, yeah, I just couldn't do it. I was too early in my career to set that precedent. And I think it's kind of cool. You
Yeah.
know? He's like, I'd rather just get the money to get. And he wasn't even worried about censorship, obviously. He would have been able to make the exact same movie. But that's one thing Waters is really good at is not merchandising, but selling his own brand.
Branding, yeah.
Yeah. Like, he even kind of has a rule that he doesn't really like to sign bootleg merch. He just doesn't like the idea of that. He's like, I'll sign movies and books and that stuff, but he's like, I'm not really a fan. He's like, the one thing he said that he thought was funny was a John Waters prayer candle. He's like, yeah, that's sacrilegious enough. It's like, I know you bought that on Etsy, but I'll sign that. But yeah.
Do you have anything signed?
Yeah, I
his?
have a few. I have a couple books, and I think actually my copy of Female Trouble might be because I think I bought it at Atomic Books in Baltimore. That's where he gets his fan mail, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah, so but he does signings there all the time. But they regularly have just like a John Waters section of all their stuff is signed, and it's not more expensive. It's all retail price. So if you're there, it's cool. So yeah, so a few things, but I've only got to meet. Oh, my copy of Pink Flamingos definitely was. I saw him in Tampa Theater. He was the keynote speaker for the Gay and Lesbian Film Festival in 2014, maybe something like that.
Oh.
So that was a fun story too, because I decided to spend the weekend out, and I grew up in that area in Tampa. So I went and saw my father, and this would have been before I started Uncomfortable Brunch, because we hadn't watched Pink Flamingos together, my father and I.
Right, okay.
Years later, he came to a screening I did. But at this point, we had not watched it together. Well, I had my DVD copy. I was with me for the weekend, and I was going to go get it signed. Well, he saw the copy, and he's like, oh, man, I haven't seen that movie since the 80s. And I was like, oh, I'll watch it. And I'd totally watch that movie 100% with my dad. No problem. But weekend went by, didn't happen. He decided to take a nap on Sunday afternoon, a few hours before I was going to be going to Tampa anyway. So I was like, well, fuck it. He's sleeping. I'm going to throw it on. And there's a scene in Pink Flamingos where Divine blows Crackers. Crackers is Gator.
Okay.
Gator, that actor. He is her son in Pink Flamingos. And it is not simulated. And that scene comes on. And again, I would have watched that with my dad, but I could not handle the idea of him walking out of his bedroom into the living room and me watching that.
Yeah.
So like a fucking 13-year-old, I fast forwarded through it. And later on, I told my dad about it, and he started laughing. He's like, yeah, it would have been fucking weird. Like, good call. So, yeah. Any case, that's my fun Pink Flamingo story with my dad.
I think that's
Of many.
Yeah.
Weirdly.
That's
We'll
always
save that for the Pink Flamingos episode.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
That's always the funny thing about, like, when I lived with roommates and I would be doing this kind of work that I do and logging films and whatnot, and often fast forwarding until I see a wiener on certain films, just because, you know,
I had to do it.
I've got work to do.
I had to do a tech rehearsal on a hardcore gay porn art film because we were bringing the director down from Jacksonville, and so I was testing that at home in like mid-afternoon, and roommates came in. And I was like, luckily, I mean, that wouldn't have been a huge surprise. I'm not sitting around watching pornography all the time, but what it was fine. But it was a bit of a, what's going on here? I'm like, no, we're bringing down this 82-year-old gay porn director. He's going to do a book signing. He's going to do a retrospective on this film that he made, Bijou. So he was like a nice grandfather who said cock and fuck a lot. He's a delightful old man.
Do you remember what he had for his meal?
It was very basic. It was like eggs and bacon. Yeah, he was a meat and potatoes kind of guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Wakefield Pool will be another episode if you ever decide to actually delve into pornography. His is the one. He's the one that I think you can get a pass on because, yeah, the history there is fucking awesome.
That'll be for a sub podcast or whatever.
A lot of dicks in that, I'll tell you.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's the old Patton Oswalt joke: 10 dicks for 10 dudes sucking 11 dicks. That's how extra dick that's how gay it is. Extra dick for good measure.
Oh gosh. And you said that you saw Female Trouble like as a live Q&A, right? With John Waters?
Yeah, about a year and a half ago. He and Mink Stoll came to Sunray Cinema in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. It was really, really cool because he hadn't seen it, he claimed, since the early 90s, and she hadn't seen it even longer than that. And I kind of believed him as it was going on because the stories they were telling were super disconnected. It was clear they were remembering on the spot.
Yeah.
There's a moment where Mink Stoll asked John Waters, says, if the turquoise phone in the film was his personal phone, and he responded indignantly, immediately. He's like, "No, I wasn't that much of a Nelly."
Oh my god.
So yeah, that was my favorite moment in that whole thing, was him being really upset that no, that fucking turquoise phone was not mine. Fuck you. What kind of a gay do you think I am?
Oh my gosh.
So.
Oh.
But yeah, it was great, and they have a really good rapport still. You can tell they've remained friends throughout the years. There's actually a great chapter in his last nonfiction book, which the title currently escapes me, but they're all kind of episodic, short stories, or not stories, but like anecdotes, more or less.
Okay.
But he for his 70th birthday, that's why I thought he was older, because I knew that this was for his 70th birthday. He and Mink Stoll in Provincetown, in his beach house or whatever, they decided to do acid for the first time in like 30 years together.
Oh my god.
And it's all an account of what happened. It's really funny.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he said like neither of them had done any kind of real drugs in many, many, many years, and they just thought it'd be funny for his 70th birthday. That's what they're gonna do. So
that's adorable.
Yeah. Again, there's even a little bit of innocence to that its own way.
There is.
Like, yeah. I get it,
Well, I don't really have that much else written down other than the budget was $25,000.
Yeah, well, there you go. You don't need a lot of money to make something good.
No.
That's definitely true.
Let's go on to our ratings. I'm going to let Josh go first because he's the guest. In terms of visibility and context, out of 5, what do you think? For the penises.
Overall?
Yes.
Or, okay. Well, because the first scene is kind of iffy. The second scene is great.
Yeah.
And really, the third scene is really just a punchline.
Correct.
More than anything. It doesn't really have any strong bearing on the narrative. So if I have to average it out 1 to 5, I'd say probably a 4, because the 5 is such a 5. The whole scene with Gator is so good.
Yeah.
And so in your face, literally and figuratively. Big fan. Yeah. Big fan. So, yeah.
What about Ryan?
Yeah, I don't know if I dock the first scene that harshly. I mean, I would just probably give it like a 4, 4.5, maybe even a 5. I suppose, just because of how bold and daring it is. But yeah, similarly, let's just go with a 4. I think 4 is fine. Because that first scene, at least, like we see something, not everything, but we see something at least, and then everything's kind of made up.
I mean,
as
I
that
do
goes
appreciate
along.
a good scrotum shot. I just don't like when they linger on them.
Well, it's kind of like in
Not a
it was
big
like
fan.
in Single White Female. That has one of the most pronounced scrotum shots I think I've seen in anything.
That's fun.
It's very well. It's kind of like it's something that kind of takes you back because it's not really. It's not great. Like it's just like you're
None
just seeing a
are.
pair of nuts. You
Yeah.
know, it's like seeing a pair of balls, but then there's
Well,
no shaft.
Especially in this kind of realistic context, the way these are shot. I mean, it's really not that dissimilar to how pornography was shot at that era.
Yeah.
And so you also, unfortunately, with scrotum shot comes the butthole. I'm just not a fan. The
Yeah.
duo. I don't mind them separately, but I just don't need to see them together. Not a fan.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So yeah, I mean, I'd probably give it like a 4. Let's just settle on a 4.
I'm going with a 5.
Okay.
I'm going with a
I thought she would.
strong 5.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really think about it while I was watching the film, but like, and I know there's a lot of nipples, there's a lot of, but like, are there actual boobs in this movie?
Yeah. At the end in the prison.
Yeah.
Not as much. Not like it's not crazy though. It's just like
No.
the
Well,
outfits are very revealing.
Who's the
But-
woman who's in the birdcage at one point? She falls
Oh,
over.
Aunt Ida.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
she falls over and her tits out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like
There's no holding those beasts back, though.
no, like she falls over so bad. Like I mean, they basically hit her in the face when she hits the ground.
Yeah.
There's just a decent balance, which I appreciated.
Yeah, there is.
I wouldn't say there's any male gazy tits in this.
No.
No,
Like,
there's
no.
not a gaze.
No.
There's no gaze.
No.
Yeah.
It
This
is a
is
neutral,
not about sex.
A neutral
No.
gaze.
Yeah, they're for something that is so overwhelmingly sex-centric, it is not really about sex.
yes.
It's certainly not sexy.
It's not
No.
sexy. It's not titillating. It is
No.
neutral.
Yeah.
Completely neutral.
Well,
But
it's just mania personified.
It
Like
is,
that's what
yeah.
it is. Yeah. So it's like you don't even really know what to feel. It's just like, yeah, this is carnage, and you're just kind of witnessing it, basically.
yeah, it's great.
So
5. I don't know. I
Yeah.
thought it was fun. It was a very different one to what we've done in the past. You know, you get the shock of it, of course, which I think is pretty common. But no, I thought it was great. And I'm just gonna hang here and also give you my movie rating, which might be less than Josh's, but it's a 4. But this is only my first time, so I'm excited to watch this again, and I think it'll be even more fun. I watched it by myself. Time and place is a big thing.
I'm like really excited to watch. I want to watch all the John Waters movies with you guys now.
Yeah.
Like I'm really excited about the prospect of this because I haven't watched John Waters fresh with anybody. I couldn't tell you the last time. So
Yeah.
I'm really
Yeah.
kind of excited about that.
I think for me, it's more the early stuff. Like that's the thing. Like female trouble, like backwards. Like that's the stuff I'm not super familiar with.
Yeah.
All the newer stuff is something I've seen before.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't mind I mean, after watching Female Trouble, yeah, I do want to watch more.
Well, even if
more
we
of
just
it.
those first 5
Yeah.
features are so solid.
I'd be up for that because I gave the film a 4 as well, but I do think a lot of it's down to the fact that like I was really tired and I was watching it really late last night, and there was stuff that I would just like.
It's a fever dream too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
I think
it
I just
jumps
wasn't.
around, and I mean, it has
Yeah.
more of a narrative than his ones prior to those.
Yes,
But it's still pretty and just insane.
yeah,
Yeah.
I do wish I was more awake, and also like I feel as though there's things that I've definitely missed.
Like that last penis.
Yeah, well, I think I would have remembered that. But yeah, I don't know what's happened there. But anyway, yeah, I think I gave the film a 4 because I do like it. But I think out of where I was presently, I think it needs to be viewed again differently.
Yes.
At least when I'm awake, and probably with an audience. I'd probably find it funnier with an audience.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so
Well,
that's
that's
where
convenient.
that's where I stand. Well, yeah. Well, again, I was going to let Josh figure that one out, but yes.
Yes. Okay.
Oh yeah, this is a 5 for me. Absolutely. It's my favorite John Waters movie. And like my cats, I only have a least favorite John Waters movie. I don't really dislike anything.
Yeah.
And I don't care. I like Cecil B. Demented. I like Pecker. I like those movies. I know some people that kind of talk shit about them because they're not nearly as fucked up as the early stuff, but I don't know. I really, 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 really love Female Trouble, though.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, shoot. There you go.
All right.
Luckily, we have someone like Josh around to have us watch these things in a theater with an audience. And
You're
I think that's a
welcome,
lot
and
of fun.
I'm sorry.
You're welcome, and I'm sorry.
That's how I end every session I have of sex. And I refer to them as sessions.
Oh, right. That was one thing we were going to do with you on the episode.
Oh my
was,
God.
Like, how, right? Like how, oh God, what was it? I
Oh,
don't
it's
remember.
like the hornification of Josh Martin.
Yeah, like how horny
Yes.
did this movie make you, Josh?
Oh.
And this is,
Yeah.
Oh, this is not very high.
No.
No.
not as
is
high
it- what
as
is this-
Sallow.
No. No, there's no accidental erections watching this movie. That's for sure.
No.
I don't know. What is the scale? I need to know more about this. I can't
I
be
know,
part
we
of
have to
I'm
do-
not,
we
I
gotta
can't
do
be the
better,
tool
we gotta
of
do
this.
Yeah.
We'll
Until
make
I
an
know
actual
more.
You
scale
forgot,
next
you
time.
forgot a bit that we came up with episodes ago, like
Okay.
ages ago. It was when
There's-
Katie
I
was
kind of
here.
remember this now.
Yeah.
There's always something, and it was also like one of the episodes we did recently was like, is it better than Tiptoes?
I
Yeah.
love that.
And
This is better than Tiptoes, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
it
yeah.
is, but that's tough.
Yeah, it's tough.
I don't know. Like that's how do you even compare Tiptoes to literally anything?
That's the
Well,
joke.
that's the point.
I guess.
I guess.
I'm meaning like it's so good in its own unique way.
yeah.
It can't exist outside of that. I don't know. Just a brilliant.
Ryan's
mean,
not
piece of
seen
work.
it yet.
Oh my God, we got to have a Matthew Bright night.
Yeah,
Fright
Freeway
Night.
I haven't seen it yet.
Freeway
All
1
I've
and
heard
2.
about is
Oh my
that,
God.
Bundy
you know,
Yeah.
and Tiptoes. Those are the only 4 features he directed,
Wow.
and I own all of them. So
I own one of them.
we have Tiptoes.
Got Tiptoes. I'll never be. When I saw that, I was in Tallahassee and I saw it at a thrift store and I grabbed that motherfucker so fast. I was like, "You're coming home with me, and you'll never leave me."
yeah.
Alex's top 4 on Letterboxd were all Tiptoes for a while, right?
Jesus. Perfect.
Might still be. I don't know.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, that's it for us. Make sure to
Yep.
follow Uncomfortable Brunch. You can get on their mailing list. You can find them on the internet and then see what they're doing if you're in Central Florida. Across the whole belt of Central Florida, you could see an Uncomfortable Brunch.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Make sure to,
From
well,
east to
yeah, at the
west.
Sunray Cinema in Tampa and at the Enzian Theater in technically Maitland.
Oh, so
Orlando, yeah.
yeah, but that's not the to the West Coast though. Well, that's Daytona
I said
Beach,
across
right?
the
Yeah,
Central
I
Belt.
need to get Daytona Cinematheque on board.
Yeah, all right, and then you're ready.
Then I'm
you're
really
ready
gonna
to conquer
oversaturate
the
the
world.
market.
Yeah,
Everyone will be fucking done.
Yeah.
Inside a year.
Well, no, it'll be you that'll be
Oh,
like
yeah,
totally cooked.
that's true.
Make sure to also follow us if you're not already at On the Beat, BITTE. We're also on the internet and we're all on Letterboxd if you wanted to see what stuff we're watching, which is always fun.
yep.
Coming to you from the Hotel Albion, I have been Laura,
Ryan.
Josh.
and thank you guys for being here. And
Appreciate
bye. Bye bye.